Oh, you know what they say, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you know what they always say. It's all about finding yourself at the right place at the right time. Certain things can happen, certain things can take place, which can have absolutely tremendous impact on our lives. Okay, and sometimes after that point, after that moment in time, our life can completely change. In your case, my gorgeous Scorpioni, it is all about this situation which is going to most certainly take place at around the beginning of this week. Somehow you are going to find yourself being surrounded by a certain group of people, or you are gonna be looking at, you're gonna be watching, you're gonna be focusing on the certain group of people, for example. But it is a lot to do with finding yourself at the right place at the right time. I am talking about, the certain group of people that are very, very successful, the certain group of people who are very powerful, the certain group of people who are very strong, and the certain group of people who are extremely strong-minded. This group of people most certainly know what they want to do in their lives because they are doing it already and they are being extremely, extremely successful. And what I absolutely love about this group of people, from my personal point of view, it's the fact that this group of people are also going to be rather spiritual, very spiritual as well, but it's not as obvious. It's not obvious at all. So, on one hand, like maybe probably professional, very professional looking people, but then on another hand, they're very spiritual, but they do not show it. It is not obvious whatsoever. And this is why you're actually going to feel an immense connection towards these people to start with. My gorgeous Scorpioni, you're all about spirituality. You're very deep. You're all about things spiritual. So this is actually an element which is going to play an important part when it comes to all this. First of all, especially when it comes to you, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you're going to feel an immense connection towards this group of people, but you will not be able to explain why. Okay, and this is your subconscious mind, guiding you. This is your spirit guiding you towards like-minded spirits, towards like-minded souls in terms of your own spirituality. So you're going to feel some kind of familiarity towards these people, but you're not going to be able to explain to start with. And even more so, organically, as the time goes by, the more these people talk, my gorgeous Scorpioni, and the more you listen to these people, the more connected you're actually going to feel. And you are gonna, the bottom line is that, you are really going to feel inspired by this group of people. They are really going to inspire you, and because when it comes to people being so strong-minded and successful on one hand, but then they're spiritual as well, they are creating this really powerful vibration, they are creating this really powerful energy that becomes extremely infectious to like-minded spirits and to the people that are spiritual themselves as well, and to the people that also want to achieve maybe certain things in life along those lines, for example. But the bottom line is that this group of people, oh my God, you're gonna be listening, you're gonna be watching them, you're gonna be listening what they are talking about, and the more you listen to them and the more you watch them, the more inspiring you are going to find them. And something is gonna be happening within you, that you are not going to be able to explain. A really powerful moment in time where now you're suddenly going to elevate. They are going to inspire you, and you are gonna you're gonna be, boom, instantly reminded of what you want to do. You're gonna instantly be reminded of what you want to achieve. And at this point in time, you're not only going to be reminded, my gorgeous Scorpione, but you're literally going to awake. And there is something very, very specific going to be on your mind, which you are going to be reminded of, what you want to do, what you want to achieve, which path you want to take, something that has been on your mind for a while. And only now you will be able to face this aspect of yourself. Only now you will be able to take this very, very seriously, this aspect of yourself. Why? Because now it's time, my gorgeous Scorpione, to do something about it. You need to take this very seriously. You need to take this on the next level. I'm sorry, I don't want to sound confusing here, but this group of, the bottom line is that this group of people are going to remind you of not only who you are, not only what you want to do, what you want to achieve in this life, but they're going to remind you of something really specific, you wanted to do so badly, you wanted to start so badly. It is to do with this really specific journey which is going to take over your life. And you know what? Whatever, something that you wanted to do, something that you wanted to start, this is exactly what you're immediately going to be reminded of. And guess what? You're not going to be able to stop thinking about this whatsoever after this point in time. And whatever you're going to be reminded of, my gorgeous Scorpion, it is ever so important to mention that this is going to bring a huge success into your life. Just remember, it's all about finding yourself at the right place at the right time, baby. It's starting to make more and more sense now, isn't it? Do you know, so whatever you're going to be reminded of, it's not only the path that you should most certainly follow, but this is going to lead towards like a really big accomplishment. This is going to lead towards this really big success. You see this, my gorgeous Scorpione? It's going to lead towards this really big accomplishment. It is going to lead towards this really big success, towards this really big achievement you're actually going to have. One of the biggest victories of your entire life. Because this path, it's like not only about you achieving something really successful when it comes to money, when it comes to finances, when it comes to you being so much happier, but this is also going to like pretty much so open this brand new door. And this brand new door are going to be the beginning of something so beautiful. And what else you need to where you're going to find out so much about yourself over the next few months. It's going to be absolutely crazy. And especially when it comes to how much you've changed. You're going to find out through this path and through this journey how much you've actually changed, you know, and for us to realize how much we actually changed, you know, it's a really a kind of important moment, because we need to be aware of this. The moment in time we're aware of how much we're actually changed, and at that moment in time our horizons expand so beautifully, and we get the most out of this life. We get the most out of the spiritual journey. And what you need to understand is also that, you know, here you're really going to decide. You're not only going to be reminded of what you want to do through this wonderful group of people, but you're also going to decide to actually take this very, very seriously. You're going to decide that you are going to do this, and that's it basically. There is something you're going to feel within yourself you've never felt before. You know, there is something you're going to feel within yourself, my gorgeous Scorpione, you've never felt before. This is really going to blow you away. This is going to blow you away, and it's going to give you energy. You know, it's going to give you so much energy. And at the same time, you know, you are gonna be talking to one particular person about this immediately. You're gonna be talking about one particular person about this immediately, and guess what? This particular person who you're gonna be talking to about this is not gonna like this whatsoever. Almost as if that particular person is gonna be like a little bit rude to you, you know, a little bit off with you. Oh no, I don't think you should do this. It doesn't matter whether this person is a good person or whether this person is a bad person. What really matters here is the fact that this person that you're going to be speaking to first is going to be like, no baby, no, don't do this, oh my god, this is so awful, this is an awful idea, this is not good, I don't think this is going to be good for you. It doesn't matter who this person is. It doesn't have to be necessarily a nasty person or an evil person or anything like that, but the bottom line is that the moment in time this person tells you that they don't think you should actually do this, this is going to give you even more confidence to go forward with this. You see what I mean? This is going to give you even more. After that moment, this is not going to put you off. This is actually going to give you even more confidence to get on with this, like as soon as possible. And after that moment in time, not only you're going to gain confidence, but you're also going to, oh my god, really seriously, you know, you're gonna start kind of thinking about this even more seriously, my gorgeous Scorpione, after that moment in time. And here you're really going to, you know, decide that, you know, this is going to become seriously like the main priority. You will know at this moment in time that this is something you really want to do, and you're not gonna care what other people are gonna think about you about this or whatsoever. And it means that at the same time you are taking charge of your life. That's exactly how you're gonna feel. I'm taking charge of my life. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I know is right. I'm doing what I feel is right. Of course it's the right thing you do, but at the same time you are setting the boundaries. You really are protecting yourself in such a beautiful way, because you are doing what your spirit is guiding you to do. Okay, so that's why you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your energy, and to be quite honest with yourself, you cannot go wrong with this whatsoever. Okay, and also my gorgeous Scorpione, what I find even more fascinating, I know that this is going to sound crazy, but what I find even more fascinating, that over the next couple of days, I know this is gonna sound mental, but whatever you do, wherever you go, wherever you look, you know, wherever you focus on, everything is literally gonna be reminding you of this. Whatever you do over the next couple of days, wherever you go, everything is gonna be reminding you of this. Okay, everything is gonna be reminding you of this. And the more if you want to do, and as soon as you're reminded of this every step of the way, your heart is gonna be beating really fast. I'm telling you, you are in for something big here. You are in for something great here. I will remind you again that, you know, this is something that you wanted to do before, that you are going to be reminded of what these people are going to inspire you. You will know what this is, but now things are going to be felt on a completely different level, from a completely different angle, within completely different dimension. And that's why over the next couple of days, wherever you go, whatever you do, everything is going to be reminding you of this. And the more you're reminded of what you want to do, the more you will realize what you need to walk away from, what you need to finish, where you're wasting your time. And the more you realize all these things, the more you're going to grow spiritually and mentally. Do you know what I mean? And the more you grow spiritually and mentally, the more you are gonna be coming out of your comfort zone. Okay, the more you're gonna open your mind, and the more you're gonna be thinking about yourself in the right way. What do I mean by that? Well, the more you're gonna kind of be you know, reflecting on your own achievements. And this is ever so important to always keep on being reminded of. You know, the more we are reflecting on our own achievements, my gorgeous Scorpione, the more kind of self-esteem we have, the more kind of strong we feel, the more strong-minded, you know, we become. It is ever so important to kind of keep on reflecting on our own achievements, because, you know, we literally kind of bless ourselves at the same time, and we are reminded of what makes us different. We are reminded of what makes us unique, and that's the way to do, you know, things in life. This is very, very important to, you know, to keep on remembering. So you are gonna kind of keep on thinking about your own achievements, and that in itself is gonna make you feel even more kind of like secure when it comes to all these things. Absolutely brilliant. You see, at the end of the day, my gorgeous Scorpione, you are very special. And you are very special soul, you're very special spirit, you're different. And now you really are taking something very special about yourself on the next level. Do you understand what I mean? You are taking something very special that you have, you know, within yourself, that you're born with, literally, on the next level. You cannot go wrong. Every single one of us is here on this earth for a reason, but people just don't really think about it. And lots of people say to me, which I absolutely can't stand, oh, I'm not good for anything, oh no, I'm not talented for anything. Yes you are, yes you are, but you just still didn't discover it, for example. Do you know what I mean? Everything happened in its own time, and this in itself, it's one of those things, you know. But what you're doing right now, you are, you know, doing one of the most beautiful things you can do in this life. Do you know what I mean? So you are using something that's so special about you, and you're taking it on the next level, you know, which is absolutely brilliant. And also, what else I was going to say, and now you really are gonna be so excited about this, you're gonna be so happy, and I can see you talking to the 2 or 3 different people who are very close to you, you know, and you really are gonna be talking about what you're gonna be doing, and you're gonna be so excited. And now at this time, these 2 or 3 people that you're going to be talking to, maybe your friends, maybe your family members, you know, they're going to be so excited for you. This group of people, not like a one person before, you know, that was like kind of off about it. One particular person just could not understand this whatsoever. But then later on, you're going to be talking to this group of people, you're going to be so excited about what you're going to do, about your plans and things like that. You're going to get a couple of really great advices, but the bottom line is what's going to mean to you so much, that this group of people are going to be so pleased for you. They're going to be so excited for you. They're going to be so happy for you. They will know exactly where are you coming from, and they will tell you immediately, oh my God, you know, I wanted to tell you to do this in a very long time. You should have done this before, blah, blah, blah. And this is all going to mean to you so much. You know, this is all going to mean to you so much. And after you speak to this group of people, you're going to be talking about, these are like your friends or family members, you know, these 2 or 3 that you're going to be speaking to. And after that moment in time, you will know you will grow in confidence even more. You will become even more certain of things that you want to do. But especially when it comes to making the first step, here you will already know what do you need to do, you know, in order to make the first step, and what is going to be the first thing that you're going to do in order to get this going. After this moment in time, you are going to make this first step, and as soon as you do something really specific about it, you know what I mean, you're going to start some kind of a process here, and things are immediately going to feel like so good. You're immediately going to feel such a strong and positive vibes coming out of it. This is going to turn your beautiful world around, my gorgeous Scorpione. This is absolutely brilliant, okay? By the time you get to the meat part of this week, this is what I wanted to say to you. By the time you get to the meat part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, you know what? You are, I can see this clearly. I can see this clearly, that you are going to find yourself, you're going to find yourself looking at the sky. You are going to find yourself at some point looking at the sky, my gorgeous Scorpione, at around the midweek, and you're going to be looking at the different shapes when it comes to the sky. And I think that the sky is going to be like kind of unusual. There is something going to be so unusual about it, you know, and I think that it may even have lots of little shapes. It may be a little bit dark as well, a dark sky. You're going to find looking at the dark sky, at the dark clouds, I mean, do you know what I mean? At around the midweek. This is what I see. And you are gonna start to see certain shapes. I know that this, listen, I know that this sounds crazy, but hey, do you know what I mean? What's normal? What's crazy anymore? You know, and you're gonna find yourself like at some point, you know, looking at the sky, and you will be looking at the dark sky, like a dark clouds, and they're like, something is going to be weird, something is going to be strange, and there are going to be all sorts of shapes that you are going to be seeing. you know, you're going to be seeing certain faces, you're going to be seeing certain animals, you know, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is crazy, you know. And by what you're not going to realize at that moment in time is that all these shapes and that you are going to realize, all these faces and all these animals or whatever you see, subconsciously you are again going to be guided towards you being reminded what's missing in your life. Now at this time you will literally have this moment where you are going to be reminded so badly what's missing in your life, my gorgeous Scorpioni. And this is also like kind of going to be consisting of you starting to think a lot about your diet. You're gonna start to think a lot about like vitamins and minerals. You're gonna start to think a lot about nutrition, for example. You're gonna start to think a lot about like a fitness. This is always an absolutely brilliant sign, my gorgeous Scorpione, because it means that you're literally you're about to awake. This is your awakening. There is no doubt about it. And now suddenly the reason why you're gonna perk up on this particular level when it comes to you wanting to take care of yourself, it's only because the next few months are gonna be so interesting. The next few months are gonna be so colorful. The next few months are gonna be so different. The next few months are gonna be so busy. There is a lot gonna happen within the next few months. You try to guess it, baby. You're never gonna be able to guess. It's one of those things that, oh my God, things are gonna become so interesting for you that, you know, certain things we are just not meant to know. If we know certain things, if we are prepared on certain things, then we are not going to respond in the right way. We are not meant to know certain things whatsoever. We can be the best psychics in the world, okay? But we are never ever it's like a plastic bottle or something. Yeah, but we are never ever going to, did you hear that noise? But we are never ever, we can be the best psychics in the world, but we are never going to be able to predict absolutely everything. We're never going to be able to predict certain things, and this is one of them. There are lots of things that are going to be happening to you within the next few months that you are not going to be able to predict whatsoever, and there is a reason for it. When we don't know certain things, we are not able to prepare for these certain things, which means that we need to respond organically, unprepared, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. That's exactly how it's meant to be, because your spirit and your soul is naturally evolving towards the particular path it's meant to be on, and it's all down to the certain experiences that you have been in life. And right now you are responding to these situations through your own certain experiences that nobody else can do for you, nobody else can take away from you. But the only way to respond naturally and organically based on your certain experience is how it's exactly it should be. It's only in a way where we don't know what's going to happen completely, and that way our soul and our spirit, our soul and our spirit transcend the way it's meant to transcend. You see, so this is why this is brilliant. This you are going to realize here at around the midweek what's missing in your life, you know. But this in itself, it's really going to reflect quite a lot on your lifestyle, and you are going to feel like you perked up, and you're going to be thinking about nutrition, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and things like that, which is absolutely brilliant. But you're also, my gorgeous Scorpioni, at around the midweek, you're also going to have such a brilliant idea, you know, when it comes to your home, when it comes to your immediate environment, you know. Also, like, this is something that's missing in your life, you know, the big time. It's part of all this, you see what I mean? It's also going to boil down you having an absolutely brilliant idea when it comes to your home. But this is a big idea. This is not just like a baby mama, you know. This is like a big idea, my gorgeous gorgeous Scorpion, a major idea when it comes to your home, and you are gonna feel so adamant to do this. Like maybe you're gonna decide to move away, maybe you're gonna decide to I don't know, like refurbish your home if you can do that. Maybe you're gonna decide to change all your garden, you know, like a big time if you've got a garden. It doesn't really matter, but I strongly suggest you to actually do this, because you know you are going to be so much happier. And if you do have like an idea to do something major when it comes to your home, please do it, because this in itself is going to make you feel so much kind of happier and so much more content. You're going with this energy, and when we feel like we need to make certain changes when it comes to our immediate environment, you know, we are also kind of being guided when it comes to that aspect of our lives, because it is going to really reflect on our energy levels so beautifully. So this is why you should take this very seriously indeed. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, do you know what, you really are going to be worrying about one particular person like so much. There is this particular person who is really going to surprise you. Somebody in your life, somebody close to you is going to be so lost. You really need to help this person out. You need to help this person out so much before it's too late. Somebody in your life, somebody very gorgeous, somebody extremely good-hearted, somebody who you know your whole life, baby. Somebody, so this is either your friend or it's either your family member. This particular person is a very beautiful person, like a person with a really big heart. And I think that a certain people or a certain person is really using this person so badly. Someone is taking advantage of this person, and you really need to do something about it. You need to make this like, oh my God, like honestly, you are gonna find yourself on a little mission here as well when it comes to that, but you need to make this your mission. You need to rescue this person. You need to save this person. You need to say to this person what's on your mind. Somebody is terribly taking advantage of this person, and I don't like this whatsoever. My gorgeous Scorpioni, you need to go forward and you need to say what's on your mind, you know, because something is going to happen to that particular person, and it's going to be absolutely obvious that someone is taking an advantage of this person with a good heart. It's just somebody who is like with a very good heart, and that person was always like that, of course, but this other person is somebody not really nice whatsoever. No, baby, no. So you need to go forward and you need to say what's on your mind. You need to speak to this person. You just kind of have a like kind of think about it, how you're going to say, you know, how you're going to word things and things like that, if you're worrying about this person being like really upset. And I do see that you're going to talk, and I do see that you're going to have a rather positive results. This person is going to listen to you, and the bottom line is that, you know, this person, you and this person are going to get even closer after that moment in time. You know, you and that person are going to get even closer after that moment in time, because I do know and I do see that this person is going to make a decision when it comes to their life based on what you said about this other person. So this person is going to have a little bit of a broken heart for a little while, but some kind of a devil is about to go out of their life. Some kind of devil is about to go out of their life, and that's the main bit here. This is something that has been bothering you. This is something that has been affecting you. I can see this, that only now you're going to realize that this actually did become some kind of a burden when it comes to your life, because a couple of days after that moment in time, you know, you're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much more determined to do what you want to do, you know, and this is because you did something really major when it comes to your karma. You almost saved somebody here, literally. You almost saved somebody, which means that, you know, spiritually, physically and mentally, this is actually going to restore you over the next couple of days. And this is why you are about to start seeing things in your life crystal clear. You're going to become really determined. This is going to like restore the balance in general. So now you will be able to notice immediately over the next couple of days how you are going to be able to make a such an important decision, you know, when it comes to something that you have been indecisive about for a very, 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 very long time, and now suddenly you will realize this difference within yourself, how you're going to be able to, wow, make a decision, you know, so that you weren't able to make before because you were so indecisive. This is because the balance in your life is about to be restored, you know, so everything is literally going to become so much easier after this moment in time, especially when it comes to you, you know, being able to make decisions that you were scared of making before. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Scorpioni, I'm just gonna shuffle these cards and I'm gonna see what's gonna be a tarot card of the week. Okay, let's just see what's gonna be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Scorpioni. Well, there you go. This is what you need to understand, that, you know, at all costs, you really need to follow your intuition when it comes to this week. You need to follow your heart. Okay, you really need to follow your intuition. This is just so important. This is just a really pure confirmation when it comes to this week in general. Of course, we should always follow our intuition, but I really am afraid that when it comes to the beginning of this week, I do, you know, when it comes to you deciding to, like, you know, make this major decision here, when something inspires you at around the beginning of this week, you know, I really fear that, you know, there is going to be some kind of temptation around, you know, around this area. There is going to be some kind of temptation, like, for example, oh, if I don't do this, I can do something else, that, but then again, you will know. It would be like something that is just like some kind of temptation that you really need to avoid. So the bottom line is, you know, don't cut the corners. Avoid any temptations whatsoever. Allow things to happen naturally, organically, okay? Rather wait for certain things to unfold, you know, in its natural time, you know, than trying to cut the corners and not having the result you should have. Because, you know, we need to go through certain things, we need to go through certain processes in life in order to, you know, become experienced, you know, on a certain level, because that's what we need in order to be conscious of, you know, what the next step is going to be. It can only come from us, but it can only come from our own experience as well. So when it comes, this is just like a little bit of a warning here, when it comes to this, like, inspiration that you're going to be reminded of at the beginning of this week, you know, don't cut the corners, you know, just do things how you should do them, because there's something maybe offered to you along those lines that seem to be too good to be true, to speed the whole thing up. Just avoid and decide to take the normal route. Hello, my gorgeous people. I'm so excited to finally share something I've poured a lot of intention into. I've created the Ritual Mug collection, 3 absolutely beautiful mugs designed for your sacred mornings, tarot sessions and daily rituals. First up is the High Priestess Brew, which is perfect for connecting with your intuition and centering your energy before a reading. Then there is a Full Moon Fuel, a lunar inspired mug for aligning your energy with the moon's cycles. And for those powerful go-getter mornings, there is Sip Your Strength, designed to help you step into your courage and purpose. These aren't just mugs, they're intentional tools to bring energy and magic to your day. You can shop the full collection right now. Just tap the link in the description or click the card up here to explore all 3. Thanks so much for supporting what I create, and I can't wait to see which one calls to you. Hello my gorgeous people, just to let you know, I've just started monthly subscriptions, monthly paid subscriptions, and the more people subscribe to this channel, you know, through monthly paid subscriptions, more content I'm going to be able to make. And this is why this is going to be so important. If you would like to subscribe to this channel through this monthly paid subscription in order to help me to keep this channel going, you will see the link is going to be in the description below. And thank you so much, because I will be ever so grateful.